boss, bless his soul, he passed away. We'll be doing a song for him amongst other people. Just what an eccentric fellow he was. And what I realized that I never know was that really alone in the objects of technology I can think of today, the violin and its family, and maybe a few other musical instruments, but these in particular, are a technology that reached its zenith several centuries ago. We have not surpassed the machines of the past in this instance. You know, if you're a surgeon, you do not want to be using a 250-year-old scalpel. And if you go to war with a 300-year-old gun, you're hopelessly outclassed. You know, God, you don't want a computer from 2.5 years ago. It won't do anything. But in this case, you know, with at the height of human technology, with 7 billion people on the planet and the violin as popular as it ever was, the best we can do is approach what was already done. And in many cases, the secrets are lost. And that's humbling. And it's job security, because you're not going to replace it with something cooler, I hope. So I'm just going to open with a piece. I'm playing it on my oldest violin. This is Abigail. She's featured on the album Ghosts, which was an album I made documenting this experience. I took violins into the recording studio and I recorded ones that I thought were unusual. They had something to say rather than just being tools for saying things. I've been improvising since I was a child, and you know, I don't talk to dead people. I don't. You know, in fact, I'm a huge skeptic, and I've got a million theories on why this happens, you know, and many of them just involve my own aberrant neurological conditions. But I can tell you that I've played dozens of violins as old as this, and very few of them have such a quality to the sound, such a character to the instrument, that when I play the instrument, I don't feel always like I'm playing the instrument. Sometimes I feel like the instrument's playing me. And there's music that I play on Abigail that I couldn't play on another instrument. I couldn't reproduce it. And whether that's the quality of the sound of the instrument, it sparks me to go in a certain way. It's one of my theories. You know, it's just a romanticizing of the fact that this was made in 1680 at the height of the witch craze in Germany, you know, and when people were being burned to death left and right, and there's a big argument between me and some of my dealer friends on whether it's from Nuremberg or Vienna, but I've taken her back to both those places, and you know, it sent shivers up my spine to think, you know, when's the last time somebody walked through Nuremberg with this violin? So there's the fact that it's very romantic, and it's very interesting, and it's humbling, because you know that this instrument's going to be here after I am, if it's lucky, because they're surprisingly durable and they're valuable to people and they pass down through time, and you're just kind of a little figure standing on the bank. You know, they're going down the river, and it's something larger than yourself, and so I can't say this is my violin, because it's absurd. It's like saying this is my piece of ground. You know, it's just going to live past you. Now, I'm doing a lecture this week in San Francisco, which you know, unless you're from San Francisco, you might not see it, because I've been exploring the pattern, you know, the qualities of wood. And before I play, I'll leave you with my last theory, which is that wood can be a recording device. The journals of the Catgut Acoustical Research Society, which I used to subscribe to, a bunch of scientists studying the acoustic properties of stringed instruments and trying to figure out the secrets of the great makers. They took two violins and put them in identical bell jars, basically, sealed them off from all vibration as much as possible. They took one violin. They tested them both on frequency responses across several different notes and precise tunings. They subjected one to a loudspeaker in this bell jar, playing a single frequency for 30 days. They pull it out, and lo and behold, on that frequency and multiples of that frequency, the violin now responded better. Microscopically, it's a little like the leather on your shoe getting worn in. It also mirrors a phenomena found in copper when you have copper wire and it's been conducting electricity for a long time. It conducts electricity better. The electrons somehow are flowing through the copper seem to actually make it a better conductor over time. These these instruments seem to have something locked away. Somehow I just can't help but feel everything that's ever been played, every voice in every room it's ever been in is somehow there as an impression in the wood. And I call this the whispering in the wood. And I'll shut up and play a piece of music for you now. After I tune again. Now when I do these ghosts and violins, and these seance performances, I'm leaving a lot more to chance than I would normally in a performance. I like to have a nice polished piece with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this is a rather intimate show, and I'm going to dive off the deep end, meaning I'm not going to try to play anything I already know. I'm going to try to play something right here for the Horace P. Dibble House and the assembled, remarkably attentive audience, and all of these objects, which we're going to be getting into soon. And Emil Barron, bless his stingy old soul.